Okay, welcome back to another episode of the Shed Geek Podcast.
We're rolling.
This is so much fun. I don't even know how to explain. I can't contain my energy from being here today. I love watching your Facebook page. Just being here today is kind of, it makes me want to be on like a shed lot again, selling sheds. It's been so long.
Well, you're welcome to stay longer.
Well, I might just do that, and we'll sell some sheds.
That's right.
Let's do some like introductions. We'll start with Greg and who you are and what you do.
I'm Greg Blackburn from J&G Farms. We're also known as the Shed Store. And this is my partner, Joe.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
you may not hear him say much more than that.
Okay. Joe gets
a little shy.
Do you take up enough of the time speaking for Joe's quietness? Do you think it works out?
I think we both talk a lot.
I'd say it ain't so. And then we've got Amy.
Okay, yes, my name is Amy, and I sell sheds. People come in looking for Greg. They're like, where's the shed guy? And I said, he's not here at the moment. I'm the other shed guy.
The other shed guy. Perfect. That's great. So, Greg, J&G Farms. But
we're
it's
also known as a Shed Store, so it's
okay.
easier to find us on all the social media stuff, the YouTube, the Facebook, all of it.
Very good. And you've got like a very active like YouTube and Facebook channel. I've been watching it ever since we first connected.
I call myself a Facebook clown. It's kind of embarrassing.
Oh, it's great.
I try to share my personality too.
Yes.
Which isn't always a good thing, probably. But it seems to really work well. We're
people do. People really like seeing you on Facebook and on YouTube. They enjoy it. They come in to buy sheds. They said, we came here because we saw you on Marketplace. We saw you on YouTube. So they know Greg very well.
I would think that you're almost instantaneously recognizable.
I'm a little bit tall, too.
You were how tall are you?
I don't know. I stopped measuring years ago.
Wait, 6'6", 6'7"?
About 7 feet, I think.
Yeah.
Next to me, yeah.
Sometimes 9 feet. Come on. I'm going to be bouncing around a little bit.
Yeah.
Go
for it.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
If you need us, just come on over.
Okay, you guys do your thing.
Yeah, don't be shy.
What I love about this,
or even wave.
Probably more than anything, is like Greg doesn't slow down.
No.
He just go and so like that's why I say it reminds me of selling. You're a great personality whenever it comes for selling. Like there's just no doubt in my mind.
Well, that's a huge compliment.
It's huge.
I don't get enough of those.
You should, because your energy is infectious. I promise you, it's really great. And then Joe.
Yes.
Joe actually was at the shed hauling event in
Lancaster.
A couple years ago. So we kind of connected on that. Next thing you know, we started talking and realized we knew some of the same people, and so it's kind of cool. And you deliver sheds.
Yes.
But you deliver trailer only. Yes. I find that kind of interesting. We were talking about that, and it's like, man, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you get in some of these places.
Well, that's why we have the fancy trailers and truck.
Yeah, he managed to make it happen. So tell me a little bit about Blackburns, like how to get started. Let's go back to the I don't know, maybe the beginning. Well,
my grandfather, let me just say this. My grandfather started selling sheds back in the 70s, early 70s. That was back, I was telling you earlier.
Yep.
They were more like kits, 2x3 construction, all mini barns, nothing like what we sell today. And, he got older. My uncle was with him, and then he took over the business. And he sold out in 2005. And in 2005, I took over this place. It was just greenhouses and fields and whatever else. But I always wanted a garden center. And I felt like I had to sell sheds, or I wanted to sell sheds anyway, since my uncle was retiring. That way I can keep help. It's because the flowers are seasonal. Sheds are seasonal too, but not like the flowers.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I was a builder, and I told you that. There's not too many people more knowledgeable, I don't think, selling sheds than I am. Not that I'm trying to put a feather on my cap or anything. I'm just trying to tell you a little bit about me.
Yeah, you've got like a lot of home building.
I was poor. I was in my 20s. When I get married, I'll tell you the story real fast.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, I couldn't afford a house. I wanted to get married. I knew if I rented a house, I would be renting a house. I'd be poor forever. So I made enough money to buy a little piece of property, and my in-laws helped me build a house, right? And I loved it. Brand new house. We move in. I tell my new bride, don't buy any furniture. We're moving. Mm-hmm. So I had $40,000 in equity right off the bat. Mm-hmm. Or maybe actually it was closer to 50. But anyway, then I built another house, then another house, then another house. Well, next thing you know, I'm doing pretty darn good. But by the time I built my third house, I loved it this much. I studied the Boca and Cabo, code books, and I started drawing my own houses because I wasn't really happy with the architects and plans and all. I wanted to build what I knew would sell and what was efficient, in a way of spending, as well. I got a customer out there. I'm gonna have to leave you guys in a few minutes.
You're good.
Anyway, I just really I excelled. I loved it. I learned fast. Not that I learned fast of everything, because I don't.
Yeah.
But when you have an interest in something.
Yeah.
And it's true with the sheds too. I only built quality homes. I'm not saying the big mansions, because I didn't do that. I was just working by myself mostly. But I did everything, quality, and that's true with our shed sales. What makes us a little bit different than most people or most shed places, but I don't get out much, so I really don't know. I kind of listen to your podcast to learn more. We it's all plywood construction. It's nothing but the best materials. We don't charge extra for gable vents or any, it's nothing but quality from. That's it.
That's
Otherwise,
awesome.
I don't want to sell it.
Yeah.
I have no interest in selling junk.
So your grandfather was selling in the 70s.
In the early 70s started. Yeah, so I'm actually, Joe's one to point out, Greg, you're a third-generation shed salesman.
That's great.
I never thought that was Joe.
That's hard to believe, right?
Yeah, Joe and I became partners 7 years ago, I think. We still haven't.
6, going on 7, yeah. Quite a while.
We still haven't figured out.
doesn't
We still haven't figured out the partnership yet. but luckily we don't have to, and that's what's so nice.
Yep.
And I called Joe the son I never wanted, as a joke, because when I retire in in
I love that you said
60,
that's a
70
joke,
Well, it is. We're not related at all. But he is like a son to me, and I want to. You love the business, right, Joe?
Yeah.
And fortunately for me and us, we found out Joe is really good at delivering sheds, and that's
great.
Primarily all he does. He has a full-time job, and he delivers how many sheds a year? 400 sheds. I help him out if I have to.
Sure.
But I'm always like, oh, my arm hurts.
Pulling me out of the mud when the truck is stuck.
Oh, okay.
That was the last
That's
one.
the bad part.
Yeah.
I'm the emergency call.
Yeah.
That's
Greg,
all
can you
right.
come get me?
Somebody's got to do it.
Somebody's got to do it. And I don't want it to be me. Call Amy.
When I
No,
call,
I don't think so.
Call Amy.
Amy says, no way.
Nope,
if I call, there's something wrong.
Yeah,
that's true.
that's when he calls.
Yeah, there's something wrong.
So,
The truck broke down. I'm on Route 80.
so you've been doing this.
Cars are all honking. I see 2 police cars pulling up.
I love him. He's great. So you've been doing this for yourself since the 80s.
05 I started. selling
Okay.
sheds.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've been on property
And I
since
sold
the
my
80s.
last
but-
property 07 when everything started failing. The
Okay.
economy.
What's shed sales been like for you, man?
What? I'm sorry.
Oh, here's your customer here.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah, go get
I got
'em,
another
man.
one waiting over there.
Go get 'em.
I do actually sell a lot of sheds.
No,
you guys.
go for it. We're gonna keep
All
talking
right?
while you're
I'm
going.
gonna try to make. I'm gonna go try to make some money.
There you go. Yeah, go for it, man. We got you. I'll just mute it and we're good. All right. I think everybody else is. He's hilarious. So I mean, how do you guys? I don't know. I'm on a daily basis. His energy is something else, right?
Yeah, kind of.
But
Right.
it's great. I
It's
would
fun.
think. I mean, not everybody's having. If I could bottle his energy and hand it out to everybody in the shed industry, I would. And this is not an insult to anyone or anyone in particular. There's different ways that you should and can do things. I love this. He gets him on the golf cart and he's like, "Come on, let's go look." But you're having fun at work.
Yeah.
How important is it to be able to do that?
It's incredibly important because when you go to work, you want to make sure that everybody there is going to be happy. And
Yeah.
this is a garden center and a shed lot. So
Yeah.
we have beautiful flowers. Customers come in. When they come to buy flowers, they're happy. And they say, "Oh, you have sheds," and they look around at the sheds. So it's a very positive attitude when people are here. And with Greg's energy, that's a that's a lot of fun too. I kind of am a more serious one to kind of balance him out
Sure.
sometimes. But yeah, so it's just everybody really works together here. We have a good time, and everybody loves Joe. You know, they say, "Oh, Joe, the guy with the red beard." You know, and if anybody can deliver something, Joe can deliver it.
That's awesome.
And you know, we hear about all these crazy deliveries up a hill and down a hill and around the back and on the edge of
Yeah.
the lake. And Joe safely delivers the shed. So, we're real happy with how Joe does, and customers come back and tell us. They tell all their friends come in to buy sheds from us, so it really works out.
Shed and portable garage customers often deal with heat, moisture, and humidity concerns after the building is delivered. Mobino is here with a solar-powered solution, the Zula. The easy-to-install system replaces the traditional louvered gable vents in your shed and the window in your garage door using powerful fans to improve air quality, lower temperature, and prevent mold. Visit MobinoSolarSolutions.com or call 919-924-9203 today for more information. That's kind of almost, Joe, what like draws you to the place whenever you show up. And thank you guys. You let us park all night with our RV. You've got like a 5-acre spread here with road frontage. And it's just really amazing because as you drive past it, because we missed it last night, we missed the turn coming in on the first turn. So whenever we drove past it, we were coming back. I was like, oh, man, I love shed lots like this. Like there's, I don't know, over 100 sheds here.
Yes, there are.
And then there's all these flowers and plants that you guys have out here. But then there's all these I don't know what you'd call them. You guys aren't doing furniture, but you do like lawn
decor.
art.
Decor.
Yeah,
Lawn
decor.
art.
Birdhouses.
We have metal decor, right, the birdhouses.
Decoration.
And all of that
Exactly.
stuff kind of brings like your customers back, wouldn't you think? Like
Right.
that they'll come here to buy flowers, but then they end up buying a shed or something.
Right, or they go past and they look and they see everything that's here. They go up, they turn around and come back and they say, we never realized that everything was here. Because every year we keep getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
So more people are noticing us. And so in addition to the sheds and the flowers and the birdhouses, we have some real specialty buildings right now. And
Nice.
where we're sitting right now, we have a display shed that is a 2-story Dutch barn.
It's awesome.
And it's awesome. So we have that, and so we're
And to add to that 2-story, what I loved is walking into your sales office, you have a video playing of the build
yes,
as it was
Several
actually
of
going
them.
on.
Several of them.
Yeah, multiple screens playing. Yeah.
Yeah, there was at least 7 or 8 of them, I think,
Yes.
monitors it's playing, showing the build as it goes up for the build on sites, but also showing some of the more portable structures. And you guys have a little bit of everything. I mean, you have beautiful sheds.
Chicken coops, run-in sheds.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Greenhouses.
Greenhouses.
we have an outdoor bar.
bar.
Yeah.
So it's a shed with a bar,
like a little bar area.
So that's really cool.
So like a little pool house almost kind of.
Exactly.
It'd be fun for, what's shed sales been like? I think I got the answer from Greg. I'm not exactly sure, but you guys have actually been selling sheds here for how long? Like off and on, or has it been kind of like
Constant. I mean, we never close.
Okay.
We close for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and that's it. I mean, honestly, we are open year round, and it is always busy.
Okay.
So
All right.
we always have people coming in, even if it's in the middle of the winter. They come in, they want to walk around, they want to see sheds, they call up, they ask questions.
Very
I'll
nice.
take your money now.
Yeah, go for it.
Ready?
We should almost get the customers on here and ask them about their experience. Greg says it's time to go take their money. We'll be back in a little bit. I love his sense of humor. I can't help but think that somebody would want to buy a shed from him because he's just so personable.
Yep.
So easy to get along with. And then they got the perfect delivery guy over here to take care of it. Have you found it challenging being trailer only, or have you found that to be actually pretty beneficial for you?
Beneficial, I think.
Yeah.
Just like that trailer, how it works.
What's you use a what type of trailer?
Scenic View.
A scenic view.
View
Okay.
trailer,
And then a
yeah.
pickup.
4500 Dodge.
Okay.
Dually short bed.
Very nice.
Yep.
Proud of the equipment. I can sense
Yep.
that. What's your favorite thing about shed hauling, Joe? Like what do you feel like it's because you work? Do I understand this correctly? Do you work a full-time job plus
Yes.
you haul sheds here?
Yes.
I don't even know how you manage that. It seems like you'd be full.
We don't know. It's
like
kind
you
of
would
amazing.
just be hauling sheds all the time from here. I don't even know how you have time to work. So what do you
Yeah.
do in your regular job?
Wastewater, fresh water.
Okay.
Hydrovacing.
Gotcha.
Hydrovac. Yeah.
So you work 40 hours a week, and then
40,
you
50.
and then you still come here and find time to move.
I usually get here about 5 o'clock, load a shed and go.
Okay.
And maybe 2.
So
Most I
it's
could do 2.
really cool. You guys have a staging area
Yeah.
over
Yep.
here as you first pull in, and I'm assuming that's everything that's sold
Yep.
And you
Nope.
get everything lined
Well,
up.
not quite. 'Cause
Okay.
When the
Stock,
sheds
yeah.
when the sheds get delivered, they get delivered over there on the
I
other
see.
side of the
The
lot.
tractor trailers drop them off there.
I see.
But then they get brought over here, and so Joe, a lot of these sheds out here are sold, and Joe has to come here and move sheds and then pick them up
Find
from
them,
here
yeah.
too, because half of them are sold already and half of them are for stock. So
Very
he's
nice.
always moving them around, and what was used to be here yesterday, I come in the next day and I said, "Oh yeah, where did it go?" So it's either been delivered or it's moved someplace else because Joe has to move it to access something else to deliver it. So things are constantly moving. And then Saturday and Sunday, Joe was booked up all day.
From sun up to sundown.
I love that you guys are like, I mean, you're here, you're running all the time, you're constantly moving sheds every day. What I love is the population center that you guys have that's available. So you probably don't go into like New York City from
No.
here, I would guess, or New Jersey. There's probably a lot of municipality issues and stuff, and it's just, well,
Yeah.
it's not conducive. I mean,
Yeah.
unless you get the suburbs,
Yeah.
there's very little, and there's probably so much red tape,
Yep.
I'm sure, to go through. So you guys go in what area? You go 100 miles or so out from here,
No.
200
Generally
miles?
about, 40?
Yeah.
Really?
40 perhaps, yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So we
Wow.
go mostly northwest Jersey.
Okay.
So we have Sussex, Morris, Warren, some Bergen County.
Yep.
But then we also go to it's
York.
Orange
York,
County,
Orange
New York,
County.
and then I think it's Pike County
Pike
in
County,
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
So that's about it. So we don't go hugely far because we really have so much going on
Yeah.
that we don't need
You
to
can't
go
let-
that far.
I
Yeah.
can't drive 2 hours
Sure.
to deliver one shed.
Yeah.
That's a 4 or 5 hour day.
And you guys get a lot of these that come up from like Pennsylvania, I'm guessing, a lot of your sheds.
Yes.
Like because you guys do the model I'm used to seeing here in sort of like the Northeast corridor, where you'll purchase the sheds and then resell them or whatever it is. It's works a little different than like that in the Midwest where they do like consignment lot type inventory. They bring it out and set it on your lot, and then you sell it and get a percentage. You guys have this fully functioning, operating, very cool business that's just unique. I say it's unique. I mean, there's a couple of guys that are doing the things that you're doing, but you're just really able to soak up a particular area. I can tell. Absolutely phenomenal buildings, but then a phenomenal place in general. Joe, how did you find Greg? How'd you find your way? How'd you find your way into this, man?
Greg had a sunflower maze a couple of years ago, 5,
Yeah,
6, 7
at
years
least.
ago.
Yeah.
8 or 9 years ago.
Yeah, and I drove a tractor doing hay rides.
Really?
Yeah.
So you grew up around here,
Yes,
and then
right here in Sussex County. Yep.
okay, and then that's how you guys got connected, and you
Yeah.
said, "Hey, I think I can move sheds. I think I can do it."
Yeah.
Very cool, guys. What's Amy? What's sort of your customer philosophy whenever people come in? Do you just sit Greg on them and
Oh,
say,
no,
"Go
no.
get them," or what's your
If
overall
I'm
thoughts?
here, Greg isn't always here. He can be, doing errands. He can be up in our Branchville shop. He can be watering. He
Planting,
can be
mixing
managing
soil,
planting.
mixing soil.
Right. So if I'm here selling sheds and managing things in the office, Greg doesn't need to be here. So that's why I said I'm the other shed guy, because they're so used to talking to a man about sheds.
Right.
And Greg is that tall guy, the guy with the beard delivers the sheds. That's Joe. Okay. And the tall guy is Greg. And
But you're the one with the knowledge, right?
Well, I have a lot of the knowledge, but so I'm not even 5 feet tall, and people come in, they're like, "Oh, I'm looking for the shed guy." I said, I am the other shed guy, so they're kind of surprised that I, as a woman, will sell sheds. But it's taken me 5 years to learn so much about sheds, but I can walk around with them and I can ask them all the questions. So when they come in, I say, "What are you looking for, and what size are you looking for?" And we have stock sheds here that will fit your criteria. If you look at them and you find something you like, you can buy it. You can have it in a few days. If you want to order it, we can have it. Usually sometimes it's 4, 5, 6 weeks, depending on what time of year it is. But then we take an order. So we either order it from our builders and get it in, or they find a stock shed, they can buy it, we write it up, and I said, Joe can deliver it, in a couple of days.
Running a successful shed business is hard work, but what if making it easy for your customer to work with you could be the key to unlocking even greater success? That's the goal of Lead Furno, to make your business easy to work with by bringing text messaging into the lead and the sales process. Consumers can text with your business right from your website from any device. You and your team can work smarter with auto replies, saved reply templates, scheduled messages, and more. Be easier to work with, communicate faster, and close more leads with Leadferno. Watch a demo and start your 14-day free trial and save 33% off your first month. To take advantage of this offer, simply go to geek.com/Leadferno. It's time to turn website traffic into leads with text messaging. I love that you guys also don't take like necessary traditional approaches at things. You say, hey, I'm going to take the approach that works, whatever works. Each one of you, including your employees, will just walk up to a customer and start talking to them. The next thing you know, I see them walking over and they're buying a shed. You know, it's almost timeless to just kind of sit back and timeless. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but it's fun to sit back and just kind of watch it happen. Typically, you won't just let somebody come on and wander around. You'll go at least say something to them.
Yes.
And make an introduction. How important is that?
Very important to make a connection to the people.
Why is that? What do you think that, like, why
Make
does
them
that
feel
set it
welcome.
apart?
Make the people feel welcome they're here. If I'm loading a shed and somebody's walking around, I want to ask them where they're from, what they're looking for, what their yard might look like, and then they come see Amy or Greg.
That part's really important for you, right? To
Yeah.
make sure the shed's going to fit in there. We kind of want to look at
Yep,
it.
yep.
It's kind of hilly terrain here, at least a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you run into like having to get like shed pads and things like that here?
A lot of gravel pads, a lot of concrete pads.
Do you install them yourself, or do you?
We have other contractors that
Okay.
they'll do it, or homeowners can do it.
Yeah. Amy, it's kind of nice to see like some familiar names. A couple of advertisers. I want to give a shout out to the show. I saw RTO National up here, and the rep for you guys' area,
Mike Small.
Mike Small. You
He's
guys are
great, yeah.
You guys are saying such good things about Mike.
Right. Anytime we have any questions, customers come up with us and we're not really sure. We call Mike. He's always on the phone, always answers us. If not, he calls us back within 5-10 minutes. We can always find out whatever we need to know. We've been working with them for, I think, probably about 4 years now, at least.
Yeah, at least.
With
Yeah.
RTO National, so we're real happy. And he stops in, several times a year, see how we're doing, take a look around, sit down and chat with us, and, tells us all the new and upcoming stuff through RTO National for the financing programs and the lease program.
Very cool.
There's a lot of online work too that Greg does at night, through Messenger.
Sure. Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
can't help but imagine with the amount of Facebook
Hours
presence
into
that you guys
yeah.
do. How have you found that process to be? Do you find that most customers will come in that you meet on Facebook? Do you think it matters? Is there like a formula to what you can say that actually works? For me, whenever I was selling, there was a lot of the automated buttons you could push, that said like, do you have more photos? Are you interested? That kind of stuff. Always struggled with how you get past the automated stuff to like reach the customer.
Yeah, we try to be real when we answer
Yeah.
them.
Yeah,
And
Greg
Greg
does
is
all that,
real.
yeah.
So Greg will say, well, I'll answer you, but I'm making dinner right now. I'll answer you later. But he does, and he follows up, and then or he says, oh, call the office, and then I'm in the office, and I answer them, and, I lead them down the road of asking all the questions to find out what they need to know. So it's not just an automated thing, And a lot of times when people are buying sheds, we find that there's a couple contacts before they actually purchase the shed. They might see us on Marketplace. They might send a messenger, request for information.
A lot of neighbors.
Yeah, a lot of neighbors.
Yeah.
Right. So the people will then come in and they'll talk to us. They'll say, oh, this is interesting. Let me come back later with my wife. So sometimes, they see us and then they come in once. They come in a second time. The third time, they're ready to buy. And they say, I looked around and whatever. They find that our prices are really the best. We really keep them as low as we possibly can.
Absolutely.
And like Greg was saying, our sheds are beautifully constructed. They're 2x4 construction, plywood, it's no masonite, no OSB stuff, nothing like
All
that.
quality.
Yes,
Quality.
exactly, the quality. We say we have the highest quality at the lowest possible prices, and
That's
they're
right.
all Amish sheds.
And I tell customers I treat that shed better than I would treat my own. Always tell customers
I'll tell you what, you guys have, and you offer a couple different styles. You've got like wood sheds, board batten. You've got vinyl. Is that challenging for the delivery aspect of
No,
things?
not really. No.
Everything works pretty seamless?
Yeah, unless there's like a tree hanging over by the house.
Yeah.
You got to come along that tree back
Yeah.
and then sneak the shed in.
Mostly shingled roof. That's
Mostly, but
Mostly,
we
yeah,
have
we do a
metal
lot of
roofs
metal
though,
roofs.
if they choose.
I find a lot of that's different from one place to the next. Oh, here's the van, the myth, the legend. So what happened there? Did you just
I can
sell the
afford to
shed?
buy dinner now.
You
That's
can
what
get dinner.
happened.
Well, you bought our
I
lunch,
bought lunch. That was from a previous sale though today.
so they can at least. You want to throw those on? Might be able to hear a little better. You don't have to. If you can hear us, you don't have to have them.
As long as it's okay with you.
Yeah, no, it's fine. You don't have to. If you can hear us, okay, that's fine. So how'd it go? Like, oh, wait a minute. There we go. Now we can hear you.
Okay.
That's a little better.
Are you going to ask me if I just sold a shed?
Did you just?
You
sell a
know I
shed?
did.
I
Why are you
love it.
asking stupid questions like that?
Because I do. Because I do.
sell a lot of sheds. Yes.
I bet you do. There's not a doubt in my mind that says that you
Yeah.
don't. So
Very nice people.
yeah, 10 by what did they say they were looking
No, it's
for?
8 by 10, but they bought it 8 by 12.
Okay, is it ever really a big enough shed?
No,
You know what I
We
mean?
have a sign in our office. Need a larger shed? We take trade-ins. We're
That's
like
what
car
I was about to say. I saw your sign. I think it's genius. You should, because no one ever comes back and says, "I bought too big of a shed." They only come
They
back and
never
heard
say
say,
that.
No.
"They only come back and say it was too small." But what could I do about it? So you guys will actually trade that in and deliver
Yeah,
something
yeah.
bigger. And
Yeah, we have that. We do offer that. It doesn't happen very often.
yeah,
Usually people just choose to buy a second or even a third shed.
yeah. Do you guys get a lot of repeat business?
Yes.
Yes.
Tremendous.
1, 2, 3. What's that one guy got? 5?
Really?
I can't keep.
So do
He's
you
got
guys
5.
like? Do you feel like it's because of word of mouth? Like, what do you feel like?
Word of mouth is huge for us. Plus, we've been in business. We sold so many thousands of sheds, which really helps because
Yeah.
then the neighbors see it. It's
Yeah, yeah.
all of it.
It's all networking.
Even when just driving, our trucks are. We have sheds going.
Sure.
Everywhere.
We had someone come in today who bought a shed. He said, well, my neighbor said that he was there and he ordered a shed. And I said, I was looking. He said, I came here, said, I found one on the lot that I want. He said, I'm going to have mine before my neighbor.
He's
He
getting
said,
his
wait till he
tomorrow,
sees
right?
that. Yeah.
He's getting his tomorrow,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, we try to stock a lot of sheds. This is a very expensive business to be in. And sometimes I wonder if we can even afford to be as big as we're getting, especially now with everything. Prices of everything is up, right?
Yeah, well,
Everything.
yeah, absolutely. You had like the shortage, there through COVID with supplies and everything. So then,
And that helped
everything
us tremendously.
spiked.
Thank you, COVID.
Yeah, I was about to say you
People were
guys
sent home with money and nowhere to spend it.
so they came here.
They had to
did,
come here.
because they wanted to
If you
improve
heard
their
about
yard and the property.
If you heard about the wood shortage, sorry, folks, that was partially because of us.
I absolutely
We
love
affected things nationwide, apparently.
Absolutely
Because
love
we
it.
were.
I bet it was just 100 mile an hour
We were
run
even
here.
closed, right? Because we had to close for I think a week, 7 days.
Yeah.
She wouldn't come in. She was scared of the COVID. I lost 2 other people. 2 women had to stay home because they had children and stuff. And we're in a garden center business too.
Yeah,
So that happened in March. That's when all the planting gets done in the greenhouses. Well, now we have to close. I'm working alone without help. And, trying to plant. We're closed. We have to be closed, whatever. People are still coming in. We have the gates locked. People sneaking, coming in the greenhouse. And, excuse me. Whoa.
you got anything for sale?
It was,
Yeah.
it's
We got
sheds.
money
It was
to
for shed- it was
spend.
for
We're-
sheds. Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't have plants at that time. We were just trying to plant for spring
Yeah.
sales.
Yeah, but we really were only closed for
It
like
got-
3 weeks or so. and
No,
then we were
less than a
open-
week. It was less than a week.
And we were able to open back
We were
up.
deemed essential because we're a garden center.
Gotcha.
So we were allowed to be open. And it didn't matter anyway because people are coming in anyway.
Yeah.
And it was surprising me because they park out front, and walk in. So you can't hear them coming.
When you was gone, I just want to reiterate because you really said good things earlier. We was bragging on Mike.
Mike
from our-
Small.
yeah.
Mike, if you watch this, we love you. Let me tell you a couple things why I love him. He's really on the ball. And RTO has excellent dealer support as well as customer support. I've had customers come in confused. I've had customers come in, all different reasons after they actually purchase their shed. And I'd help. Remember one Vietnam vet? He's an older. He had a hard time. Anyway, so I actually helped him by going through the customer support.
Hello, shed sellers. Let's take a moment to discuss the shed customer and meeting their expectations.
I remember growing up in the neighborhood where a certain percentage of the houses had well-manicured lawns and well-manicured homes. These were the type of individuals who felt it was important to purchase a well-constructed home or vehicle, or maybe equipment to help maintain the quality of the item. As shed manufacturers, we seek to provide a well-built quality shed. We want the customer to feel satisfied that their hard-earned money has been well spent on a product that will last. At LuxGuard, we believe adding high-quality rubber flooring to your line of sheds makes sense to the customer and adds value the customer can appreciate. With each year, sheds are becoming more complex. The customizations we are seeing are virtually endless. LuxGuard not only gives a complimentary aesthetic appearance for their shed, but also protects the floor from spills and keeps cleanup simple. Offer your customer the customer service they seek with LuxGuard. At LuxGuard, we are committed to delivering exceptional customer service and innovative products to help our customers achieve their goals. We strive to meet the evolving needs of the customers. To speak with one of our ready-to-serve customer product specialists, simply call 336-468-4311. To see our product and view an installation video, just visit our website at luxguard.com. LuxGuard, the floor that lasts a lifetime.
But to get back to Mike, the man is tremendous. He's been so nice to me and us as a business. You know, I'm not real good with computers or anything, right? But you know, it's all new to me, and I'd have questions that like, we're open 7 days a week, and I'd be alone selling. Oh, you got to do an RTO? Okay, let me learn how to type. That's right. Like, I don't know what to do. I'd call him at home on a Sunday, and I'm just saying, and Mike's saying, hang on, Greg, I'm on my lawnmower cutting my grass. Give me 5 minutes to get inside and get on the computer. Okay, I'll hold. Yeah, you know what? I'll just call you right back. And he'll call me right back.
Yeah.
Another time. Usually on Sundays, because I'm usually alone. Mike, I got a problem. Just give me a minute. I just took a nap. Just give me a minute.
I'm waking up. Yeah.
You know, 9 o'clock at night, I've had problems. Actually, he's called me. The man works all the time, and he's so nice, so genuine.
What a great testimony.
I can't brag enough about
What a
him.
great testimony
He
for
always
like
tells
RTO
us.
National.
He always tells
Yeah.
Greg, you call me anytime. You call me anytime. You have a question? You call me.
Well, I know they'll be happy to hear that for sure. We got an interview coming up with the owner of RTO National in July, so this episode will be out before even that one comes out, and I'm so excited. I'll tell you, and I'll go ahead and give you like a preemptive thing here. I went out to the Garage Shed Carport Builder Show in Greenville, South Carolina 6 months or so ago. RTO National invited me out. I got a chance to do like a meet and greet and take pictures with people and stuff like that. And I think for me that's kind of surreal because the customer or the people that I interview, like to me that's the like I'm interested in you. Yeah. I love knowing what you do. So it's always so kind of like odd for me whenever people. Joe was asking me this. What do you do? What do you do for a living? Who do you work for? What do you just go all over the country in this RV? And I'm like, yeah, man, absolutely, I do. It's kind of crazy to think that I travel across the country with my wife and we interview people about sheds, and it's so entertaining to me. And I'm just so thankful it's entertaining to others to listen and help create a living for me. And I'm blessed, man. I'm happier than doing this than I've ever been doing anything in my life. And it's so fun. And I do think it's interesting. I think a lot of people are on an island when it comes to selling sheds, and they're by themselves. And they like to hear from other people. They want to know what's going on. You're not competing with some guy in Oklahoma, but he might want to know, hey, what are you doing that's working?
Yeah.
Well, you know, what works for you, and what are some areas that I'm going wrong on, or some things that I'm not doing? And you can help even your quote unquote competition that's, you know what I mean, not close by just kind of not having to give away any secrets. But just by conversating, I think we're meant to do that. I think we're called to do that. So anyway, I absolutely am impressed by everything that I see here. It's so cool.
Well, thank you. Not a compliment. I like this guy.
Oh, man. I enjoy being here.
I got to tell you, not to cut you short.
No, you're good.
We're both talkers, apparently. I did a nice little Facebook. Well, I thought it was nice. Well, you thought it was nice, actually. I did a little Facebook post last night on our business page saying that we truly feel honored by your coming here, because we are a small company, obviously. Even though we sell a tremendous amount of sheds, thank you.
I love him. I love him.
But no, I'm the opposite of you. We're both talkers.
Yeah.
But I'm the opposite of you. I never get out and go anywhere.
Yeah.
And if I do, it's to Lancaster or halfway across the state of Pennsylvania to see our builders.
Yeah.
And I love that, but that's not a vacation for me.
Right.
That's
work.
Riding in a really rough riding truck.
Yeah.
Without a shed trailer in the back, bouncing all the way into Lancaster, or to see one of our trailer builders. So this is really a huge honor, I feel.
Wow, that's
by your presence.
That's very kind, and that's more than
it's very kind of you to come here.
More than I deserve. I really enjoy. So what we were talking about, not just on the air but off the air, even from the moment we pulled up, and it was. I mean, you offered to buy me lunch. I appreciate that. Me and my wife. That
we're gonna get my bill later.
Yeah, send it in the mail. Send it to Mike. Send it to Mike. Mike's a good guy. He'll take care of my bill.
How much do we charge for overnight staying with
RTO that sandwich.
We've never had that before. We've never written that one before.
I genuinely enjoy talking to people. I think the shed business is the people business. So like even the 30 minutes we spent talking to people before that was, it's no different. Sheds is just the vehicle that you're using. If it was anything else, you would still be who you are. You'd still be offering that wonderful customer service. I mean, you guys are not going to change depending on the product.
Right, but we have to believe, and we believe in this product. We believe in the quality and what we're selling and the service and everything that surrounds it.
You got to love what you're selling.
I can tell that
that's how I feel anyway. Otherwise, I don't want to sell it.
So you bring people out. You got like a golf cart. And you
I have a shed bus. You'll be seeing more of that in videos. Actually, you did see the one. I have it all lettered up, my shed shuttle.
Yeah. Oh, no, I haven't seen that.
It was on. It's on YouTube. It's not. It's not all lettered up yet.
Okay.
But yeah, we're working on that. It's going to say the shed store. And,
so you're going to keep doing more?
You ever go to like Lancaster and you see the Amish buggies and stuff?
Yeah,
and they stop
absolutely.
and they'll sell you like a little bag of cookies, a little lemonade.
Okay.
Or you ever go to New York? I've only seen it on TV.
Yeah.
You ever see that they have the tour buses and they have
Wait a minute. Did you just tell me you've not been to New York City?
I have. Yeah. I haven't been on a tour bus.
Oh, okay.
I used to sell produce for my dad.
I was like, wow, you're like 45 minutes away.
Only 45 minutes. I never get out. I'm just working. It's not right, but that's what I do.
Okay. Well,
if I'm not working, I'm sleeping. Or now, so here's the other thing that you don't know. Our shed business really exploded. I call it Joe the son I never wanted. I think I already explained that, right? I want Joe to have it. Joe loves the business.
Yeah.
My family doesn't. And Joe's like an adopted son. When Trump went into office, my wife used to work here, and another lady, and Paul's got it. If you need me, just yell. When Trump went into office, I say that's when I went into office because I wasn't doing sales. I was always the guy working. We have 2 locations and just doing everything.
Yeah.
And our place did look a lot. People say how nice our place looks. No, it used to look a lot nicer because I was always trimming. Cutting the grass, spraying the weeds, doing all that. Got another check? Yeah. You're a good man,
Can be delivered today or tomorrow?
Look at this. Is this 2 sales already today? 3 sales? What are you guys at?
I think I'm at 4, right?
Probably 4.
4?
I delivered one this morning.
It's a slow day.
It's Saturday. So, I mean, like, we're what? I don't know. 1 o'clock in the afternoon?
Tomorrow?
Yeah, because I have 3 or 4 tomorrow.
We'll call him as soon as
Did you hear that truck start up this morning?
I did. I did. So what the audience don't know is I pulled the RV in right next to your loaded shed trailer, ready to go. You had about, what, 3 on there?
I had 1.
Yes.
Okay.
I saw check for the shed store.
There was one trailer that I saw that had like a couple of sheds on it.
Okay.
I must have missed that. I must have missed that somewhere. So what'd you deliver this morning?
12 by 22 garage to Middletown, New York.
Okay. So I pulled in and I was like, we slept right next to it.
Yep.
And I heard you fire the truck up this morning while I was sleeping. I was like, oh, there goes the delivery guy. He's already going. And then he's back and he's like loading sheds on there. We stop, need a bowl of cereal. We get up and we start doing our daily routine or whatever. And I'm like, here he goes again. He's already moving sheds. I said, I guarantee
I told you last night.
These guys move a lot of sheds. I told my wife, I said, I just know from being around the different lots. I could tell the personalities. I can tell what you guys do. Really enjoy what you guys do here.
That's kind of what I was saying before I got interrupted by a check. Getting a check. Terrible. It's awful.
How dare you make money? What are you thinking, Greg? Hello, shed sellers. Did you get a chance to view the Real Work Labs interview featuring George Converse? If not, be sure to check out the episode, where you can see a condensed demo during the interview. Just go to the Shed Geek Podcast YouTube channel and type in Real Work Labs. George and the team at Real Work Labs have received an influx of interest and new signups, and they are already working to provide real results. Real Work Labs shapes the way customers find you online. We are a software company that helps shed sellers like you get found where the customers live, not where your shed lot is. Our mobile app in the field hooks into your website, so your work and Google reviews are getting found on the map on location. That way, you drive more revenue, higher conversion rates, and true word-of-mouth referrals online. It's time to put your reviews on the map and leave a digital yard sign at your job sites using Real Work Labs. For more information, just go to shedgeek.realworklabs.com or simply call or text 480-787-7575. Mention the Shed Geek Podcast for special pricing and get a 50% discount on setup today.
But what was I saying? When Trump went in office, which was a big surprise to me, I don't follow politics, but that kind of shocked me and shocked the world. But my wife and another lady, they weren't. Anyway, my wife quit for the 5th. I said, "You quit today, you're not coming back."
And I meant it. I like how you said, and I meant it.
Yeah. And my mom always said I should be a salesman. I never wanted to be a salesman.
Yeah.
But now that I'm older, and I get. Anyway, so I got in the shed. I started selling sheds, and it was incredible. I didn't raise prices. I actually lowered them a little bit because I thought we were trying to make too much money, and listen, in any business that I'm in, we can't charge outrageous prices. High prices don't work for us. I'd rather make it up in volume.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we have to be profitable.
That's an important conversation. That's definitely
But
one
there's
worth having.
there's a line there, even with the plants, right? Let's say you have a hanging basket. It's got to be $19. You say $20, well, that's $1 too much sometimes. But anyway, to get back to the shed sales, I didn't know it was Trump. I kept saying, boy, Trump is really doing good things for the shed business, right? We're selling sheds. And then Biden got in. Well, guess what? Our sales are still going up.
What?
So I'm not political at all, but it's been great.
Yeah.
The last 6-7 years. Well, since Joe.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Joe.
Maybe it's Joe. Maybe he makes the difference. Maybe it's that
But we also
superb
have
delivery
Amy,
capabilities.
That's when Amy came along too. About a year after I was selling sheds, right?
All right. Yeah, this is my 5th season.
Yeah. Oh, 5th. Okay.
So, but she's the other shed guy, and that other shed guy is super organized, is what I gather.
Yeah,
I
that's
have
just
to
like-
be. I try to keep Greg organized too.
How-
He says,
how-
where is this? Here it is, Greg.
How
Where's this?
difficult is
Here it
that? Like on a scale of 1 to 10,
I bounce over the place.
keeping Greg organized.
It's not so bad once I put everything into place.
Okay.
He asks for something. Here it is. So it's easy to find.
Well, he said, I was told I should have been a shed seller, or should have been a salesperson. Some of the best salespeople don't know that they're in sales. I think that's the beauty of it, and I think your personality fits that. I think about like Stephanie, maybe whenever I interviewed her down in Virginia. I mean, she just had that same kind of infectious like personality, and that's beautiful to me. I think you almost can't train that.
He says I have an infection. Is that what he's saying?
Infectious. It's a joy to be around. It almost makes you almost lift everyone else's
I used to
energy.
like him before that.
Yeah. I think you lift everyone's energy up. I don't know. Maybe. What do you think, Joe?
My problem is
Joe's like, maybe. Whatever.
I was never a paper guy, I always
Yeah.
like to work with my hands.
Yeah.
And I still do.
Well, what's the future
But
for...
I enjoy, like you, I really enjoy people.
Yeah,
I hear
absolutely.
the most amazing stories, and it's just amazing. And
If
you
you
don't
said-
get that with the plant sales. With the shed sales, it's a lot more personal.
Yeah.
A lot
Yeah.
extended.
Yeah.
It's conversations are extended.
Because you're finding out what they're using it for, what they're doing
Right.
with
And you're
it.
able to help them and guide them to get
Right.
exactly what it is that's going to
Yeah.
suit their needs. They say, "Oh well, I want a mini barn or something." It's like you can't really even hang a rake in there.
And that's
so
a
you
shed
kind
that's
of
about-
talk to them, have a conversation
Past.
to
That's
understand
it.
what
Yeah.
it is that
There
they
is no-
need.
Yeah.
There is not enough.
Great point.
We're probably
Andy.
going to
Great
even
point.
eliminate many. We didn't have that done on the configurator, right? The mini barn.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, that's another thing that really changed in this industry here. Probably everywhere. I don't know. Is the mini barns, the old 4-foot walls.
Yeah,
That's a thing of
yeah.
the past. We we've only sold maybe 2 or 3 in the last 2 years. And it's always because of somebody matching what the existing shed they have.
What are you guys selling most of now? Like, what?
We call them cottages or the capes.
Capes and
You know,
cottages.
A-frame basic style.
Okay.
That's number one. The Dutch barns used to be the biggest, not so many years ago, maybe 8 or 9 years ago. But we found that I can't speak for all, most women really don't want a barn in their backyard. They want something that resembles their house.
So they like
But
the
yet
A-frame.
some women love Dutch barns.
10 by 16, 10 by 12.
All
10 by
different-
20
so many
is a
different
bigger seller.
sizes.
We
Okay.
do stock a lot of 10 by 16s. That's because my builder just sends them. 2 winters ago, he sent like $400,000 worth of inventory. I was like, wait, how much? Oh my God. Right?
Yeah, well,
just sent
they're
some.
sending nice stuff too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
they're
right now
sending
we're
some-
low on inventory.
Well, that's pretty wild to me because you've got at least 100 sheds on this lot.
Yeah, but we're
so-
low on. A lot of them are sold though. We probably have 50 buildings or more.
So-
well, Amy, you would
It's
know.
sort of half and half, right?
Yeah, we probably have 50 sheds here. waiting
Are
to get
you
delivered.
guys excited about like using the configurator? Is that something that you're looking
I'm
forward
excited about our customers using it
to? Okay.
to make our job easier. Instead of explaining all the options, they can. Well, Amy can
Right.
tell you.
Yeah, we just launched the configurator. In the beginning of the year, we had a new website design. So we worked with Shed Pro.
Yeah.
I got that. And once we finished that and rolled out the website, we were ready to do the configurator. So we took one of our models, which was the cottage, and we worked all through the cottage, all the different options, the finishes, the shingles, the colors, all of that. And once we finalized that, we said, okay, now we're going to do the Cape, the Dutch barn, and the Quaker. And we said we're going to apply all of those options to those also. So it only took them 2 weeks then to complete it, but we only rolled it out like 10 days ago.
Go for it. Can't say enough good things about James and his team, Vu, and the rest of them. I know that you're working with there. They're super helpful, great people. I really like James. Talked to him earlier in the week. I know he's got big plans and just his heart for ministry and what he does with like missions work and stuff like that. And he's just a really cool guy, really, really neat guy.
I like the picture on a configurator. Customers come in, this is what I want.
Right, exactly.
The overhangs, the windows, the doors, garage door.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, we've gotten probably 7 or 8 requests for quotes in the first couple of days
Yeah.
since we launched it.
Yeah.
Makes a huge difference.
Yeah, so then I received the email with everything there, with the picture, with all their criteria, and then I'm able to just print it and go through, and within about 3 or 4 minutes, I can get back to them with a quote.
Yeah.
It usually takes 24 hours until I do that, but I can figure out the quote really quickly,
Yeah.
and then I have a folder of all of that, so when they call, we've already had someone come in who did the configurator, and
Oh,
I
I
said,
get it, yeah.
okay, this is your quote, why don't you stop in and see what we have, and they came in, so
They did.
they're in the process of deciding what it is that they want.
So you use a configurator already?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very
I
awesome.
saw it for like 15 minutes yesterday.
Oh, it's really cool.
And
It's
I liked
fun
it.
to
Paul
do.
showed me. I
Yep.
like this a lot.
Very cool. Very awesome. James, good people. We'll definitely want to do a shout out for him. He's been pretty awesome through getting to know and just seeing his brand expand sort of in the industry. That's really cool too. So shout out to them, and obviously using a configurator works. So for anybody that's on the fence, they should, probably be making phone calls. And I don't know, man, I just, I can't say enough. If I owned a shed lot, like if I worked at a shed lot, I would want to work here. If I owned a shed lot, it would
Thank
want to
you.
be like this. Like I really feel at home whenever I'm here. And I think that's the same feeling a customer gets whenever they show up. What's your message before we get off of here? What's your message to your customer? If they come in today to Blackburns, what's the one thing that you want to make sure to leave them with?
The message would be, if they come to the shed store at J&G Farms, formerly known as Blackburn, we will be here to listen to what they want, listen to what their ideas are for a shed. We can surprise them because they think a shed is, some little building stuck out back. When they come here, they're so surprised to see they can get wood, they can get vinyl, they can get clapboard, they can get board
Yeah,
and batten.
all kinds of stuff. Yeah, windows, doors.
Right. Windows, doors, they can...
Dormers.
Yeah, they can go we sell something as small as like a 3x4 chicken coop, all the way up to a 30 by 72 2-story Dutch barn that's built on site. So we can kind of really accommodate any types of needs that they might have for any type of building. So we can walk them through it and really come down to exactly what it is that they need, and then we can write it up for them or get a quote if we need a quote, and we can have something here for them sometimes within 3 weeks. Right now it's going to get the busy season, so we're kind of like bordering at 6 to 7 weeks, but we can have a building here, get it delivered, and they're good to go.
Very, very awesome. I can't say enough good things about. I feel like anybody who shows up here would be well taken care of for whatever reason that they're showing up. I love that you have so many available. I love that you can build them something to order to suit the whole mechanism, the way all of it works, and the way social media works. I wouldn't have known this had it not been for you guys, and the fact that we were connected through the Shed Geek Facebook page was really cool. One of the things I want to try to do is continue to route out places to go to interview. We're going to be in, I think, North and South Carolina in July. I don't know, making a Michigan trip. We got some cool stuff happening. Obviously, the new launch of Shed Geek Marketing going out, and just had so many people coming to me to ask for help in the industry that just had to put a team together to help make that work. So if anybody's got any questions, certainly feel free to reach out. We're not coming in trying to take business. We're just trying to come in and offer help to somebody who's looking for something. So, yeah, I guess that's enough self-plug, enough put my own agenda first. But appreciate you guys. It's been absolutely a blast getting to meet you. Look at this. This is like a.
On camera.
That's okay.
Well, this is what. So like this is pretty typical. You guys are this busy or busier.
Busier.
I've
Really?
seen it busier, yeah.
It's really,
Crazy,
it's a busy place.
crazy.
What do you usually get on the lot? Like 20, 30 people a day on the weekends?
Could be more.
Could be more.
Could be more.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be more.
That's pretty awesome. I love what you guys are doing. I'm thankful that you guys listen to the podcast. I hope you find it helpful and entertaining and educational in some way. And I know others will be blessed and appreciate this interview. Joe, absolute kudos to you, man. Appreciate what you do. Thank you so much. Appreciate your kindness. Amy, we'll get Greg another time just because he's already with another customer.
I know. He says goodbye. He said thank you so much. So.
Yeah, no, that's all right. I love his energy. I can't say that enough times. But thank you guys for being on today.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.